I've been playing The Sims 3 for quite a long time now, and as you guys know, since the game is a little bit older, there's not many mod creators still making content for the game. But today I have a video where I'm going to showcase some UI mods that I have found, and also some mods that just make your Sims 3 game look a lot cuter. I prioritize making my game look as cute as it possibly can be, so today I'm going to show you some mods that I have found that will make your game look as cute as mine does. So here's a sim that we will be using for today. Her name is Sonia Dobbin. She's just pretty cute, a pretty sim I made pretty quickly. Oh, the university mascot's here, but basically I'm just using her today to showcase the mods that are for this video. Let's jump right into the mods for today. The first mod that I'd like to bring up today is the loading screen gradient blue. This is the loading screen that I have for my game. There are many different loading screens floating around on The Sims 3 mod The Sims, so if you guys are interested in looking for some other ones, you can go ahead and find them, but I just wanted to show you guys the one that I use. I think it's pretty cute and it looks pretty sleek, so I'll go ahead and show it to you guys right now. So this is what the loading screen looks like in my gameplay. Just as a reminder, I have RESHADE in my game, so it may look slightly different, but this is kind of what it looks like. I just think it looks a lot cuter than the original one. It kind of gives a little bit of the Sims 4-esque, but I like seeing that in my gameplay. So there's a bunch of different loading screens floating around, so if you guys want to find another one, you could probably just search up some variants, but I just wanted to show you guys the one I have for my game. The next mod I'd like to discuss is the gray UI. So for my Sims game, I have the gray UI. The reason I like it is because it's a lot more simple than the blue, and all the other colors that I've tried getting for my UI have been either too bright or it kind of makes the text hard to see. So I found that the gray one is the most sleek and it looks the best when I'm playing The Sims. So in game, this is what the gray UI looks like. Obviously, it might look a little bit different due to the fact that I have RESHADE on, which is actually another mod I will be discussing later in this video, but this is what the gray UI looks like. It makes everything in The Sims 3 gray. Here I am in Create a Sim. My UI is also gray in all of Create a Sim, and I just think it has such a nice, sleek look, and it looks the best for my Sims game. While we're still in Create a Sim, I'm going to go ahead and point you guys to another mod that I have for my Sims game. The next mod I'll be showcasing is my cast background, so I got it from this website by AgniLid, I think I'm saying that properly. Also to reference, the gray UI was by Helrin, and the loading screen gradient blue was by Amelie.ikj. So this creator made a bunch of different colors for a cast background. They have yellow, kind of like a light teal, gray, blue, red, etc. So I chose the light gray variant as I think it looks the best in my game. For reference, this is what it looks like in my game. This is my background. It's pretty simple, and I think it looks pretty cute when I'm trying to create my Sims, as there's not too much going on in the background. The next mod I'd like to show you is Cloud Green UI. This is by Cowplant Cartel, and they actually have amazing mods for The Sims 3, and they've been actively making them as we speak. So they have a bunch of different colored UIs. They have green, they have blue, they have pink, and I think they have another one, but this is basically what it looks like. I do not have it in my game because I found it was hard for me to look at what the text was saying. But if you guys want an alternative for a UI mod that you like, if you want a pop of color instead of the gray UI that I recommended earlier, I definitely recommend checking out Cowplant Cartel. And just so you guys know, all the links will be in the description down below for download. So the next mod I want to point out is called Silent Time Controls, which is also by Cowplant Cartel. The next few mods will be by that creator because they just have such amazing mods, and I want to make sure I give them the spotlight that they deserve, as I added kind of all of their recent mods to my game. But the Silent Time Controls does exactly what it says. In The Sims 3, when you change the time, it makes a noise, and I found that to be quite annoying as I like to speed through my time a lot, and hearing that noise every time I was editing, or probably as a viewer, would be very excruciating to hear, so I went ahead and put that in my game. So if we're back here with Miss Sonia, if I go ahead and click 1 and 2 and 3, as you can see, it's not making a noise when I change the toggles, and I found that to be a lot better for my gameplay, as I found it so annoying when I was constantly switching time, hearing the sound, and it would just kind of drive me crazy while editing, plus while just playing the game, and I'm sure as a viewer it would also drive you kind of insane if you heard the person actively switching the time controls every few seconds. And honestly, the way I play the game, when they're doing mundane tasks, I like to just skip through all of them, which is kind of my fault at hand, but it just makes the game so much easier to play as you're not constantly hearing that freaking ticking noise when you change the speed. The next mod I'd like to point out is called Pretty Pause, Map View, and Recording Border. Again, it's by Cowplant Cartel, and basically it adjusts the pause frame of your Sims game, so you can pick the color from pink, blue, green, and purple. It also does the same thing for Map View. It changes the color of Map View, and it also changes the recording border time, and you can pick any color that you'd like from these. So I will go ahead and show you guys what it looks like in my game. As you can see here from this border, it is light green, and I feel like I liked my favorite color is green, if you guys didn't know that, so I wanted to put light green in my game. I just think thinks it looks so cute in the corner right here, and I think it just looks really adorable, and I'm glad I went ahead and put it in my game. Cowplay and Cartel is honestly the star of this video because they have made such amazing UI mods, and I can't wait to see the further they go. The next mod I'd like to point out is Cuter Speech and Thought Bubbles, and once again it is by Cowplay and Cartel. I'm sorry, their mods are just so good and I wanted to show you guys all of them in this video, but basically it says exactly what it means, Cuter Speech and Thought Bubbles. So as you can see here, you can pick a color from gray, green, blue, pink, and purple. So this is what the original chat bubbles look like. They're cute, but I found it to be cuter to see like little green specks here in the background. I chose green, of course, because my theme for my game is kind of green and gray. That's kind of what I've decided for my UI, but if you go ahead and pick different UI colors from what they have, like blue, pink, and purple, you can also get that to match with these Cuter Speech and Thought Bubbles. So I will go ahead and show you guys what that looks like in my game. So our sim's going to go ahead and talk to the mascot right here. As you can see, their thought bubbles are outlined in this green color. I just think it looks so adorable, and it's really matching with the green vibe that I'm going for in my game. So like I said, there's many different color variants you can go for. And like I said, the star of this video is Cowplay and Cartel, because truly the mods that they have made for the game are really nice, and I can't wait to see the more that they create. So you guys should definitely go support them if you want. And lastly, we have the last mod by Cowplay and Cartel today. I've honestly downloaded every single one of their mods again, so you should definitely check them out. But this is called Pretty Build Tools, so it does exactly what it shows. It changes the build cursor to be different, and they just look a lot cuter. So you can choose, again, from blue, pink, purple, white, and green, and I chose green, as you guys know, because green is kind of the vibe I'm going for in my game. And it also changes the way object placement looks in your game and just makes it look cuter. So yeah, I'll go ahead and show you guys what that looks like in my game. Okay, so we're back in game now here with Miss Sonia, so I'm going to go ahead and head into buy mode for you guys. So if I were to place something down, like, as you can see, the outline of the couch is in green, and if I try placing it in a wrong spot, it has like this light gray color, which I think looks pretty cute. And then if I head to build mode and I place down some walls, as you can see here, it's going to be a little bit of a green color. See, as you can see here, that's like what the X looks like. It looks pretty cute, and I think it just looks really nice in my gameplay. A lot of these mods are kind of cosmetic mods that just make your game look a lot cuter than it already does, and for The Sims 3, since it's outdated, it's important to still find mods like these and find creators who still make mods like these, and support them as much as we can. So the next mod, well, not mod, but it's something to help enhance your game. I'm sure a lot of you guys have dabbled in RESHADE if you're watching this video already. This video is not going to go in depth about how to download RESHADE, but I will go ahead and just suggest it to you guys. And if you guys are curious to see how RESHADE works in your game, you guys can go ahead and search up a bunch of YouTube tutorials. There's many YouTube tutorials basically explaining how RESHADE works. Some people use GShade, but I use RESHADE for my game personally, and it basically just changes the look of your game based on some presets that you download from some people. So the one RESHADE preset that I've been using for quite a while for my Sims game now, as I love the way it looks on my Sims, is Boho Dreams by Nixel. I think that's how they pronounce it. I'm not completely too sure, but this is kind of the preset that they have. As you can see, they're showing it in The Sims 4 here, and they're showing it in The Sims 3 here. I think it just makes my game look pretty cute, and this is actually the only RESHADE preset I use. So I've been kind of on the hunt to see if I could find any more, but I'm kind of attached to it, to the way my Sims game looks now. So I feel like if I change it, it's gonna really throw me off. But yeah, that's the preset that I use, and now I'll go ahead and show you guys what it looks like in my game. So I'm sure you guys have seen it regardless, but my Sims look a little bit different due to the RESHADE that I have in my game. This is kind of what it looks like. Keep in mind, it'll also change the way the UI looks a little bit depending on which UI color you have in your game, so I just want you to keep that in mind. If I go to map view, this is what it looks like in map view, and to pull up my RESHADE, I have to click screen lock, and as you can see here, this is what the RESHADE setup basically looks like. Like I said, this video will not be explaining what RESHADE presets, or how to download RESHADE, or explaining how to install RESHADE or RESHADE presets. This is me just telling you guys that this is a way I make my game look cuter. So as you can see here, I have the Nixel Boho Dreams preset selected, but if I wanted to change it, I have these others called Rose Cream by Chelsea or Pearl by Amelie. So if I went ahead and just selected Amelie by Pearl, as you can see, my game has changed the way it looks. So now this is the preset that I'm using. It looks slightly different, and it honestly just takes time to find the preset that you like the most. If you like this preset the most for your game, you can go ahead and check it out, but I just wanted to show you guys how easy it is to switch between reshades that you like. So if I go ahead and head back to my reshade, let's select a different one this time, and let's do Rose Cream by Chelsea. So it'll take a minute to load in. If you see that at the top, just give it some time and all the effects will load in. But this is basically what that one looks like in my gameplay. See, for me, this is a little bit too bright, and I would have to adjust the settings if I'd like to, but having reshade can really change the way your game looks, and it kind of just depends on you how you want your game to look. So I'm going to go ahead and change back to the one I always use, which is Nixel. this one right here, and I usually don't adjust anything from this reshade preset at all. So if you want your game to look exactly how my game looks right now with this reshade, don't check anything different. The only thing that you might want to check is MXAO, but I do think you have to download that separately, which again I will not be getting into in this video. But there are many reshade tutorials here on YouTube, and honestly the best way to go ahead and change the way your game looks is downloading reshade, as you will get the most beneficial result and wanting to change the way your game looks. So another small mod, which is actually by this creator called Arrow, it changes the way the Sims 3 Seasons and Lunar Face icons look. So they actually take the ones from the Sims 4 and put them into the Sims 3. So the ones in the Sims 3 are kind of outdated, and I like the way these ones look better. So I will go ahead and show you guys what it looks like in my game. So as you can see right here, it is summer, and it kind of has this cute little sun icon, which I think is adorable. And then for the lunar cycle, I always have my game in new moon because I do not like playing with supernatural, but this is kind of what the moon cycle looks like. And it's a very small change, but I think it just makes my little UI here in the corner look a lot cuter. And yeah. So the next mod I'd like to tell you guys about is a default lighting mod that I have in my game. So Let Them Eat BRNTWAFFLES is probably the most popular creator when you think about lighting mods, as they've made a ton, and I'm actually still figuring out what lighting mod I like the best. And if you guys have this problem, please let me know, but for some reason in my game, whenever I download lighting mods, they do not always work, and I would always have to go back out of my game or go back in, and they would just refuse to work, and they usually only work in Sunset Valley. So if you've ever had that problem, please let me know if you know a fix for it. I wish I could tell you guys a fix for it, so if you guys experience the same thing, I could help you out, but unfortunately, I do not know how to fix it, so I just thought I'd go ahead and say it here if you guys have any ideas in the comments to help some other people out and also help me out. But the one that I'm currently using is called Perfect Day, and it's a default lighting mod. You can decide which type of one you want from here, and remember to only pick one. This would go straight just into your mods folder, and you can download it with specific types of things that you'd like. So maybe if you like the Sunlit Tides water, or you like the Isla Paradiso water, it's kind of all up to you. And BRNTWAFFLES has a bunch of different lighting mods, so if you don't like this one per se, just go ahead and give their page a look through, and you can probably find a lighting mod that you like. So like I said, my lighting mod likes to disable itself at random times, so I can't even tell you right now if it's on, but because my game is brighter, I think it is on. And look at the water. This water is Isla Paradiso water, so it's like the most blue thing you've ever seen in your entire life. So this is kind of what it looks like for reference. It gives Sunset Valley a cuter vibe, as you can see, and this is what the sky's looking like. Like I said, it just makes your game look overall a lot brighter, because the default sky and the default water is kind of murky, which I don't really enjoy. So this combined with reshade are probably the two things that will make your game pop the most. And like I said a little bit ago, I wish I knew a way to fix the bug where your lighting mod only works at specific times, but if anyone in the comments knows how to fix that, please let us know. So the last mod I will be covering in today's video, which I feel like I could cover way more, but I just wanted to show you guys the main way my game looks the way it does and how to make it look as cute as you possibly can. But I have the realistic clouds for The Sims 3 by Nilix, I think that's how you say it, but basically it does exactly what it says. It gives you realistic looking clouds in The Sims 3. So as you can see in this photo, they look really pretty, and I've had it in my game for quite a bit now. I actually made a video a while back talking about how I make my Sims 3 game look better than it does usually, and this was a mod that I suggested a long time ago as well. So I'll go ahead and show you guys what it looks like in my game. So now we're back here in game with Sonia. As you can see, my clouds look like the realistic clouds that you just saw in that little preview. So mixed with the lighting mod, it just makes the sky look a lot cuter. If I go ahead and go into tab mode really quickly right here and just put the speed in 3, look at how cute those freaking light look at how cute the lighting mod and the clouds work together. I just think it looks so adorable, and I think it makes my game feel a lot more realistic, because I, for one, consider myself quite a realistic simmer. I don't really like playing with supernatural. I'm not really interested in that, but I just like having my game look a little bit more realistic, and these clouds definitely do it for me. So I hope you guys enjoy that mod as well. And yeah, so those are all the mods that I will be covering today in today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I make a lot of Sims 3 content here on YouTube, so if you guys want to check out my other videos, please feel free to. I'm actually doing the Not So Berry Challenge right now, and we're having a lot of fun there, so you should go ahead and check it out if you'd like. And if you want any other videos to talk about maybe where I get my CC, please let me know. I have a few videos like that already, but if you guys want another detailed video about it, please let me know. And yeah, I hope you guys are going to download something new today from this video, and I hope I introduced you to a new mod that you like. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys are having a great day or night wherever you guys are, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.